teaching you Equine Raindrop today. It's very simple, anyone can do this. So the main thing I want to impart on you guys is to just have fun with the oils. It sounds like most of the people with us here today in person have experienced the oils quite a bit and are already using them regularly. But the oils are all about intuition, so I try not to get too hung up with the, you know, certain hand movements or this many repetitions of this or this many drops of this. It's really not that scientific, so just have fun with it and be brave and listen to your heart. So I do want to say thank you so much for coming. I know some of you drove a really long way to be here, and I think it's really, every time I do one of these, the people who are supposed to be here are, and it's always really magical. So if you're here today, you're here for a reason, and thank you for showing up.
Thanks, Erica.
Thanks. I've been a farrier since 2009. I went to Mission Farrier School in Snohomish, Washington, and I was kind of hitting my stride in my farrier business. It was my 4th or 5th year, and I was at a client's house, and she said, "Oh my God, after watching you do all that hard work, I cannot let you leave without doing a raindrop on you." And it was like 100 degrees out. I'd been sweating my butt off. I'm like, well, that sounds great, but what's a raindrop? So she says, well, I have these oils. I'm going to put them on your spine. It's kind of like a massage. I said, girl, that sounds amazing, but I got to be at my next job in half an hour. What do you got right now, you know? She's like, okay. So she puts all these oils on my back, and I left, and I got in my car, and I'm just like, I mean, there's no word to describe it. I just felt my frequency, my vibration had been raised, and I didn't even know what was going on at the time. But I just knew something really magical had happened to me, and I had to learn more. So I dove in with both feet and just went insane crazy, learning everything I could about the oils. I traveled all over the United States taking any class I could. I went through the CARE program twice, Equine Raindrop Specialist. The chemistry behind the oils is absolutely fascinating. I will geek out on that with anyone, anytime, if you want to know more or talk about that.
Right up my alley.
Yeah. I just signed up a physicist the other day, and we just geeked out for like an hour talking about vibration, and it was really fun. But yeah, let's see. So when I found Young Living, I was just completely floored. I thought I was a one-off. I was the girl that didn't like Advil. You know, I wasn't okay with trading my liver health with something that was gonna ease my symptoms for a few hours. And so when I found the oils, it was kind of like the holy grail. Here's something I can use. It works instantly. It's good for me. It comes from a company that's a steward of the land, that cares, that takes pride, that has integrity of heart. And it just really meant a lot to me. I was lucky enough to meet Gary Young a few times in person. He was the heart of our company, and he was a Indiana Jones type cowboy, like a lot of us, you know, get her done. And he suffered an injury that paralyzed him, and along his healing journey, he discovered the oils. And so because of him, we have this abundance of health in our lives. So thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
And when I found the oils, I first started using them for a lot of physical things, you know, being a farrier, my sore back, sore knee, or whatever. But pretty soon I realized that they had even more benefits emotionally that I wasn't even tapping into, didn't know, have an awareness of. And I had experienced a lot of traumas as a child that the oils have helped me process in an amazing way. And so that's my connection to them. And now I'm lucky enough to meld that with my horse knowledge and bring the two together and do the Equine Raindrop, which is really where my heart is. And I just feel really lucky to do this every day. So thank you, Summer, for bringing your horse Teddy for us to play with today. And he's a really cool, really chill guy. So what do you do with Teddy?
Trail riding and then a little bit of showing when shows are open.
And how old is he?
6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's just a baby guy. Cool. Well, we're gonna start with some Valor with Teddy. He's already aware something's changed. So I'll generally just put a few drops on my palm like this and I'll let them explore. He wants to taste it. Yeah, you like that, huh? Me too. So he's into it. The horses really respond to the oils well, as you can see. They're excited. They want to know more. So I'll put a couple more drops of Valor and I'll go up here to his pole. And I'll just place my hands on either side. And if he can move around, I'll just stick with him. And so what we're doing, the whole purpose of the Raindrop is to bring balance to the body. And so our different tools are 9 different essential oils today that we're going to be applying in a specific order as per Gary Young's direction. And the oils have a symbiotic relationship with each other. And so when you apply them in this layering method, it amplifies all of their effects. And there's a process, a chemical process in the body that happens, a natural chemical process, where the cells are cleansed of their misinformation. Whenever you experience a trauma or something emotional, it actually gets written into your cells. And so having a tool like an essential oil that you can apply and can go in and wipe that out and prepare the cell to restore it to its original function and form, it's absolutely incredible. I don't know of anything else on earth that can do what these oils do. I've not found anything. So we did Valor on the pole. We're going to do Valor over his sacrum. We'll go through a lot of Valor.
Did anybody get the free oil, a 15 milliliter Valor last month?
Woohoo! That was amazing. Remember we couldn't even get it for a while? Now
Yeah,
they're
for
giving it to
years.
us.
Woo. All right, those other horses are like, I'm jealous. Where's my Raindrop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sent Vanessa a picture. I was like, look at this giant bottle.
So the next oil in our process is oregano. And the next 2 oils are what we would consider spicy in like a culinary sense. And they're also warm on the skin. So oregano and thyme are the ones I'm going to use next. So what I'll do is I preemptively apply some V6, which is just a vegetable oil complex. You could use any kind of fatty oil, any kind of lipid. But I'm going to spray this on him, and that'll give us a nice base that will dilute the oregano and the thyme. Good boy, Teddy. You're such a good sport. He's like, I've never had that happen before. He has such a nice clean coat too.
Yeah, got a bath yesterday for this day.
Oh,
That fly spray just gunks up so much, and you're like,
yeah.
just rub it off every once in a while.
So I'm gonna do just 3 drops of oregano down his spine. And then I'm gonna get a little bit extra V6 on my hands, and then we're just gonna work this in. And unlike the human Raindrop, I don't know, some of you are facilitators and some of you have probably received them here from our friends, but the hand movements with the equines, you know, their muscles are so much larger and denser than ours that I don't worry too much about getting the feathering just right or doing anything to that degree. It's really just facilitating for the oils to do their work. So don't get too hung up on doing it right or wrong. So he's really relaxed. He's liking that. We can go on to the next. So oregano and thyme are high in a natural compound called phenols. And these are what cleanse the actual cells in our body. And so it might seem a little bit wild that I'm only putting 2 or 3 drops of oil on him when he weighs probably 1,100 pounds. But the oils are such small molecules and they're so, what's the word I'm looking for? Easy to assimilate for our body.
Yeah.
Our body
Bioavailable.
recognizes them, bioavailable. So they go into every cell, and even just one drop of oil contains billions of cells of the essential oil. So there's more than enough in that 3 drops for him. Our next oil is basil, which is one of my personal favorites. Basil is all about muscles. It relaxes the voluntary and involuntary muscles in our body. So anytime there's any tension, basil to the rescue. It's just incredible. And it's a really friendly oil, so we can add a little bit more of that. We'll put some more V6 on to make sure Teddy stays comfortable. I see him kind of looking back over his shoulder, maybe wondering what that tingly sensation might be.
He looks happy.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty expressive with his eyes when he's relaxed and releasing. Love that.
His friend's talking.
Wintergreen is our 5th oil. Wintergreen contains the natural chemical compound methyl salicyate, which is commonly found in aspirin. So we discovered wintergreen. We broke it down into chemical compounds. We said, oh wow, we can take this one thing that makes up wintergreen, take it out, put it in a pill form, and it reduces pain. Or you can put a couple drops of wintergreen on in full form, and you get all the other benefits of all the other constituents, the hundreds of different ones that make up wintergreen oil. So I just like to tell that story to remind people that even our modern day medicines come from plants.
Yeah.
They're plant derived. He's doing great. What a good boy. Next we have marjoram, and one of my girlfriends, she calls it Mama Marjoram. To her, it's like wrapping yourself up in a blanket of comfort. It's another great one for the muscles. All of these have compounds in them that are considered antispasmodics. They're all immune boosting, and each of the oils has a bodily system that it supports. So you're not just getting one benefit with the oils, and especially when you go through and you mix them this way, the magic that happens when they come together. In chemistry, the term is called quenching. When you gather up all these friends and you put them together and something really magical comes out of it. Our last oil of the 9 is peppermint. I'm just gonna do 2 drops of this.
Did we do cypress?
Did I forget it? Maybe I skipped it.
Or maybe we didn't say it.
Oh, well. Thanks, Tina. How could I forget cypress, our tree? Cypress is one of the greatest oils ever invented. It's very inexpensive, very friendly. You can use an abundance of it. He really wants some, apparently. You like that one, huh? So I'm going to do a little shower of cypress. Anybody know what cypress is good for?
Not fair for me to answer. Anyone
Go
else
ahead.
have it? Lymphatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say circulation.
Yep.
Yeah,
Circulation.
circulation. All the blood. Bringing oxygen into his cells right now. We're forcing out any.
Look at
any
him.
old
Ooh,
inflammation.
ooh, I like that. He's starting to really feel the oils now, I think.
He just went, uh-huh.
I watched Gary do this maybe 10 years ago, and I'm not kidding you, when he would put oils on their hoofs, they would lift up. Here you go.
Excellent,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
So I'm going to do a little bit of circling around his spine, just to kind of spread the oils out and to work these muscles a little bit here.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, he's yawning.
Relaxing.
Oh.
Yeah. Good boy. He's got a little bit of tension right in here.
Yeah.
Good boy, Teddy. You're such a good boy. We'll do a couple more of those little releasing circles.
I'm not a horse person, so I don't really know what does that mean? That they're happy when they do that, or
It's a sign of relaxation. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and releasing tension and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
He does this a lot. I have a body worker that works on him from time to time, and he does this like 45 times. It's crazy.
It's like, thank you.
Feels so good.
Do you think he'd be okay if I pull on his tail?
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing I like to do. I don't always do it, and the horse will kind of tell you.
Yeah, I stretch him.
I think he's showing us with his privates that he likes it.
He likes it.
He's relaxed.
So that's the first part of the equine raindrop. We're more than halfway done. So nothing too crazy, nothing you need a PhD to do. The oils all come in the raindrop kit from Young Living, and it also comes with the V6, and it comes with another bottle of vegetable oil complex that has essential oils mixed in already. So it's sort of like a raindrop to go. Makes a real nice massage oil after your ride.
How often should this be done?
I mean, it could be once a week. It depends on what you're working on,
Okay.
but once a month would be amazing.
Yeah. Like for him, he does get that sacrum area sore and then pull issues too and into the neck.
Yeah, every couple of weeks would be great. Or you could even just do some of the Valor on the pole and on him here before you ride.
Okay.
And then you could do like the Ortho Ease massage oil on him after a ride. Would be a great idea just to integrate those in.
With your wholesale membership to Young Living, you can buy that kit for, what is it, like $130?
Yeah, I have a lot of the oils. There's some that I don't have though. I have all like the basil thyme and
Are they Young Living?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, but I've never thought about doing this on my horse.
Yeah, it's great.
So
They
you're
love it.
using them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as often as I should, but I have them. And lavender I have too.
Yeah.
They're so great for the horses. I first started using like Peace and Calming and Stress Away. I would carry with me in my farrier rig, you know, and it was just amazing the way the horses responded to it. And then it opened up a conversation with the owner, you know, about what was going on with the horse, what they've been struggling with. And I was able to help so many people with just incredible, simple fixes that changed everything for them. So we're gonna move on to the hooves now. And it's the same down here. You're gonna start with the Valor. And if you had a horse with an abscess or something, some pathology going on in a specific hoof, you can just do this to one if you're working on. If you want to do an entire equine raindrop, you can go ahead and do all 4 feet.
And you're vitaflexing around the side of that.
So the motion I'm making with my fingers is the finger pad touching, rolling up to the tip, over. Pad, tip, over. And I'm doing that right along the coronet band. So I had the oils in my palm, I tapped my fingertips into them, and then I'm going right here. And I'll go around to the center of the hoof, and then I'll use this hand and do the other side. And I'll do that 3 times with each oil on each foot.
Wow. Now that's the work part.
Yeah.
The back's easy.
So I'll put some V6 since we're gonna go on to the oregano. What a good sport he is. He's the perfect demo horse. Thank you, Summer.
You're welcome. And yes, he banged up his legs in the last couple days.
Oh
These
yeah.
need to be done for sure.
I've got some bandages on my own legs from my summer fun, so
It's like, can you please stop being yourself?
accidents. All right, buddy. How about this one again?
He's like sleeping.
He is. Look at his head.
Look at his head drop.
He's like, I like this. Can we do this more?
That's my friend right there. I like her.
We got a spot in the trailer.
So can I ask you, do people hire you to do raindrops on their horses?
They do.
What do you usually charge for that?
It depends. Usually around 120.
Yeah.
And what I really like to do is teach them to do their own horse while I'm there. But there's a lot of people that aren't able to or don't have the desire to. So yes, I do traveling raindrop all over Northern California. You can find my website is nessentialadventure.com. And I just put up some new information about Equine Raindrop just recently, so go check that out. And you can also follow me on Instagram at An Essential Adventure.
Okay.
Good boy.
How long have you been a
Farrier.
farrier?
Since 2009, so 11 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, goes by fast, doesn't it?
But she's an almost golden young living, so she doesn't have to do it so much.
Nope.
She gets to teach more.
Yeah, I get to teach more now, which I really enjoy.
She's also an amazing human therapist. Like, this girl gives a mean raindrop on the body.
Thank you.
I'm not kidding you. She is amazing. So, yeah.
Thank you. They're equally fun.
Yeah.
That's why I like really working with the horse and rider together, because I
Right.
just love people and I understand human emotion, and I've studied psychology for more than a decade, and so for me it's both sides and really bringing it together. That's my passion. And the trauma recovery, I just kind of fell into that when I realized that the oils had done so much of that for me before I had even realized it. And that's really where my heart is, helping people pass their trauma that they don't believe that they can even heal or anything like that. So
Oh, I heard Toledo. She's like, Mama, come get me. Come get me.
So we're on Cypress. We have peppermint left. I'm just gonna rub in the rest of the oils on my palm, right into his coronet. He might want to lay down for the next time. He's so funny. And all the horses react differently. I did a raindrop demonstration on a horse in Nevada one time, and it broke out in hives during our demo just because it had been traveling a lot for competition.
Stress.
And it had probably some viruses in there and things like that we were helping to expel. So it's just great to have something like this that you can have in your tack room, and it's there when you need it.
And then you just apply some V6, make sure the horse is hydrated.
Yes.
If that happens, because I've seen that too.
And then
Yeah.
after your raindrop, you just want to keep your horse out of the sun for the day. If he needs to be turned out, you can do a fly sheet just to keep the sun off of him, and he'll have a great, relaxed rest of the day.
Yes, he will. Look at him.
Is that my party friend showing up?
Oh, Teddy. I love that stuff.
Look at him.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Yay.
Have a good day.
Yay.
Now, do you usually do all of the hooves?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
I'm going to continue on this side.
Is there anything
for
else
the
besides
Facebook
the
Live.
hoofs? No. Okay.